We came for a trip to the Iguazu. I'm not the first one who's experiencing challenges with the banking system here. Maybe there is some cash business going on between the driver. I think that will be our first stop. That's Brazil right there. That's Paraguay. It looks like this trip was actually Argentinian barbecue.
Teeth of the Jungle, written to educate.
So this is day 200 of our family trip, traveling around South America at the moment, and we are currently staying in Posadas, which is in the northern part of Argentina, and we came for a trip to the Iguazu. So we're gonna go and see the waterfall tomorrow. A couple of things I want to share with you. So first of all, I found a company who at the airport, at Posadas Airport, who had very reasonable prices, 130 some thousand Argentinian pesos for 2 days, which was pretty much half as much as the other companies who quoted me. And so what happened is I went there late last night and I tried to get the car, but unfortunately their system rejected my credit card. I tried 2 different cards, a Wise card and a standard card from Australia, and so I couldn't pay for the holding deposit, or not the holding deposit, the security deposit, which was about 300 Australian dollars. So unfortunately, I couldn't hire a car. So this is, I'm not the first one who's experiencing challenges with the banking system here in Argentina. So if you're coming to this country, then be prepared for this. So we ended up catching a bus. And this is the bus terminal right here. By the way, I'm walking around downtown Iguazu, Puerto Iguazú. So this is on the Argentinian side. And yeah, so we caught a bus this morning at 7:15. There are several buses coming from Posadas to Iguazu. And yeah, so we caught the 7:15 one, and it was 1 hour late arriving. It did leave on time, but I have a feeling what's happening. I can't confirm this, but I have a feeling that maybe there is some cash business going on between the driver and some of the passengers. So you know, they stop a little bit more frequently than scheduled. So that made the journey a little bit more challenging than it should have been. But yeah, I mean, you can choose, you can even go as early as like 2:30 in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. So the bus ticket for 4 people costs pretty much the same as hiring a car from that company that I mentioned earlier for 2 days. That's why I was really keen to hire a car. But anyways, their bus tickets, they were 31,000 Argentinian pesos per person, one way. So we still have to buy a ticket, obviously, going back. We didn't buy a ticket because we don't know how everything is going to work out here in Iguazu. So our plan is to go tomorrow for a full day. The accommodation costs about, I think it was about $60 Australian. And yeah, so planning to go for a full day tomorrow, and then we'll see how we feel. You know, we may go back for a second day, although the ticket prices are not cheap. They are 45,000 per person, which is about 45 Australian per person. And then for the second day, I think it's maybe half price. So yeah, so we arrived here around 1 o'clock in the afternoon and went to look for some food. And there are plenty of options in here. This is a very touristic place. I'm currently walking in one of the main roads. Very busy, full of restaurants, but they do have siesta time, so factor that in. And yeah, we ended up going to a Mexican restaurant, and for 60,000 Argentinian pesos, the four of us were absolutely stuffed. Like, the amount of food that we got was just amazing, and the quality was superb. It was the best Mexican food I ever had. Well, I don't remember the food that I had when I was in Mexico, so because that was a long time ago. But definitely, it topped all the Mexican foods or restaurants that I have in my recent memory. The music that's blaring from most of the restaurants is absolutely amazing. It's really cool. Look at these setups. Look at this restaurant. The town itself is not as pretty as Posadas, but it's certainly buzzing. In case you wonder, that's where the Mexican restaurant is that I mentioned. So there's this roundabout, and they even blocked that road. That's cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be lit up at night time. We'll check it out. It's also worth mentioning that there are a lot of rubbish in this town. That's quite disappointing. Posadas is so beautiful and spotless. And then we come to this very touristic place in Argentina, and the amount of rubbish that are laying around is actually disturbing. I am wondering why the local government is not doing more. Last night I was trying to purchase tickets to the Iguazú National Park as well, but I got to the end of it, to the checkout, and unfortunately the system didn't allow me to pay, so I just wasted like 15 minutes entering in all the details. So I wrote an email to them, and they actually responded, which surprised me, and they said that, oh, you can pay at the entrance. Fingers crossed, because we're in Argentina and sometimes the banking system can play tricks with you. But yeah, let's hope that tomorrow we're planning to go there early hours. Well, not super early because it opens at 9. Maybe go there at 8 o'clock because we expect a lot of people. It's gonna be Saturday tomorrow, and probably, oh wow, that felt uncomfortably close. Probably we're gonna go to the Devil's Mouth or Devil's Throat. I think that will be our first stop. But we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow plays out. Hopefully it will be a beautiful sunny day. This is the Iguazu River. You can go on these cruise ships. There's plenty of salespeople trying to sell their tickets. If I'm not mistaken, that's Brazil right there. That's Paraguay. Oh, we are in Argentina. I hope that I pronounced it properly. Now, I am very curious about that ship. That ship is huge. I wasn't expecting to see such a huge ship on a river. For all the Aussies out there, look at the name of this ship. Victoria Austral. It looks like this ship was actually a hotel. Maybe that part over there was the restaurant. was an old cruise ship. How did they get it in here? Maybe the water level was much higher back then. These people, they probably have done something a lot more important than I've ever done in my life. Similarly to Posadas, they have an open-air theater. You can see a Ferris wheel on the Brazil side. Very soon ticking off a very big item on my bucket list. For some reason I thought I'm gonna be by myself, but there's actually a lot of people here coming to the Three Frontier. It is quite awesome being on the corner of an intersection of rivers, and you see two other countries. That's awesome. I guess for the Europeans this is no big deal, but coming from Australia, this is definitely a big deal. I mean, those people over there, they're Paraguayans. Those people over there, they're Brazilians. And I'm surrounded by Argentinians. This is cool. This is really cool. Also worth noting the color of the river. So this river, I think this is the Iguazu River. It's quite murky. And then that river is a lot clearer. And there's almost like a clear line in between. The sun started to set, and look at this. This place is coming to life. Argentinian barbecue on full display out on the street.
Moments become decades. Attention decides how. Teeth of the Jungle, written to educate.